Hello, everybody. Sorry for the fat pause in the middle. I was working on getting the stream all set up. Hello, everyone watching. Well, anyone. Oh, hey, Blackout. That was quick. Was good. Yes, it has actually been a while since I've streamed, and yes, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and currently working on a few, and thinking of some video ideas as well. If you have any good ones, let me know in the comments once the stream's over. But, as of now, I haven't done a Derail Valley stream or video in a while, and it's been a while since I've played the game in general. So I've thought it would be nice to start a new little series, while I work on videos. Yeah, I just had to set up some things. Missy! Let's go! I got my Chick-fil-A tea. 'Cause why not? This is a fresh new save, which means I have the fresh haul. I got it. Okay, how do I, no. Alright, I'm going to have to get used to controls, guys. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. That's to teleport. Okay, V is to drop. Train driver. D2. Okay, so I have all the basic licenses. Dang. Got some old Soviet cars here, it seems. Oh, maybe Swedish or something. Let's see here. What kind of trains can we work with? Well, we can only work with the D2. Ooh, the S2A2. So this is our train for today. A rusty kind of piece of crap, to be honest. Hold on. We gotta move this, the turntable as it's called, until you got a little click. There we go. Alright. Let's see here, guys. We're gonna pick out ourselves a mission. There's a lot of them. Almost all of them I can't do. One, two. If you're wondering, you can look above the to accept thing. It'll say license requirements. So I can do this one and this one. Alright guys, here's my question. Should I do both of them? Because they're to the exact same spot. Well, not the exact same, but almost like the same town and everything. But I would just... This is like the exact same mission. What do you guys think? Should I do both of them? The real question is, can one DE2 pull 300 tons? Why is my wallet all the way over there? Hold on. A compass and a vehicle catalog. Yeah, I don't need all that stuff. Can't you? Oh, okay. Only one way to find out. Actually, there is a different way to find out. Hold on. We grab ourselves, getting used to the controls, guys. A vehicle catalog. Use the scroll wheel to open it up. I think I missed it. There it is. D2. It has a V6 diesel engine. What the crap? It's a 1 weak engine. It can pull 1,200 tons on 0 degrees sunny. 300 on 2 degrees sunny. 250 on 2 degrees sunny. I don't know. It's kind of a wet day today, so I say, yeah, let's do them both. Generally, the way to Harbor in Town, which is, as you can see, we're at right next to FM, basically the center of the map, SM. We have to go to Harbor in Town, which is literally at the bottom of the map, the bottom right. Okay. SM FH 70. Well, let's go ahead and get her. Okay, let's go ahead and find out where these things are. That's SML. Super Mario Logan. Another SML. I don't know if this is just me, guys, but I'm very fascinated by junkyards. I've always wanted to go to one, just look at all the destroyed cars. I don't know, destroyed cars just activates a couple neurons in my brain for some reason. Alright, so we found the two that we need to do. There's nothing in front or behind them, which means I'm gonna do that one first and then that one. Okay. It's not that good. I would recommend looking, like, the main way to learn how to do editing is by tutorials. As much as that sucks to hear in sound, or sounds, I guess, I don't know if that's the proper way of saying that. As much as that sucks to hear, tutorials help people out a lot. And if you start out with something like DaVinci Resolve, it's better than starting out with an easier software, just because you'll be forced to learn a harder software. But overall, it does help with your learning capacity, I guess. That's the right way to say that. I would just recommend starting out with DaVinci Resolve. Watch a couple videos. And within your first 10 videos, you'll start to see a difference in editing. Alright guys, to start up our little diesel train, we flip the switch, and the switch. Turn the starter on. Undo the handbrake, basically. This right here is a reverser. Front means forwards. Backwards means backwards. Steam train is a little bit more difficult. This is our throttle. Our brake pipe. AKA that thing. Okay. I have it in neutral. This is our little horn. Our independent brake for the train only. Oh, yeah, it's a pretty slippery day. I like having the dash light on, because why not? Cab fan, yeah, we're definitely gonna want that. Guys, alright, so if you don't know, if anyone who's watching the stream doesn't know who I am, maybe in the future, I live in Florida where it's usually pretty hot. But, for some reason, it's insanely cold this week. So, like, we even have a chance of snow, which is very, very unique for where I live and what part I live in. And, I'm gonna use this turntable operation. Very unique for what part of Florida I live in. But, the worst part, I actually don't mind the cold. The part I hate the most about the cold, though, is whenever my hands get cold and my fingers take like 10 years to move around. You use your phone to edit? Well, you're going to want to use a computer if you want to use The Venture's off. Alright, so if anyone's wondering anymore about all these other buttons, we have the ammeter, which is basically your RPMs. The tachometer, I guess? Tachometer? Yeah, tachometer. That is actually RPMs. This is... I don't know what that is. This is... we ignore this. I never look at that. This is your good old temperature. If you have it on max speed the entire time, it may overheat. Your sand, which is useful for rain, we're not going to use it at the moment. Just because we don't have to. I'm going to go easy on the brake. We have lights, which are a bit interesting to use. Like, that's low on the front and the back. We have cab light, dash light. I have dash light on just because it makes it easier to see. Electrics. Wheel slip, that's basically... that's wheel slip, as you can hear it. Basically, for anyone who's watching who doesn't know anything about trains, as you can already tell, trains sit on metal. It's metal on metal, which has not a lot of grip, which is helpful because it makes it easier to move like hundreds of tons of weight very fast, but at the same time can be a pain, especially when you're trying to stop it in the rain where the metal is slippery. You basically have no traction. So you pour sand, or automatically or manually. It manually is more common with steam trains, so they didn't have that technology back then. So you just kind of have like a bucket of sand, you sprinkled it onto the tracks. It just increases grip, that's all. It's either hell on earth or non-stop rain, no in between. Yeah, that's kind of relatable to this game as well, because this game can be pretty annoying when it comes to rain. And I have windshield wipers on though. Does this thing have a bell? No. I thought all trains came with bells, but... Here we go. Now, the reason I haven't accepted these missions yet is because you get a time bonus, so the faster you get there, the more you make. And if I hook these up first, go to drive off, and then accept the mission, I basically don't waste a lot of time. You have to go in very slowly with these. In fact, I believe for the European laws and regulations, it's about 5 kilometers an hour limit in real life. Just because if you hit these things too fast, it will damage the train very badly. And it stopped. Okay, that sucks. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to connect a train together. You learn something new every day. And yes, this game is pretty realistic when it comes to connecting trains. But first you lock it together. That part in real life probably sucks, but I can do it really quickly. And you connect this, which is like the air brakes. And then you go and you look, it's usually on the front or back, for this little valve. And once you turn it off, it basically releases the handbrake. Then you're good to go. Now I use the train brake because it has more power now that I can actually use the brakes on all of these. Mainly so not only the train has to work with, you know, stopping or pulling the entire load. Well, it has to pull everything by itself, but stopping it's easier because the brakes work from the train and all of these cars separately. Not very nice to have rain, I'll admit that. I'm not a big fan of the rain. This is also my least favorite train to operate in, just because of how weak it is, but if you're wondering, my favorite is the S606. No wait, S06 there? Hold on. Yeah, S060, which is basically a steam train. It kind of reminds me of, what's his name? Thomas the train engine. It's a German train from, I don't know, but I could look at the catalog. Let's see here. Oh, I already put it back. 1942 to 1948. Interesting. Okay, let me out. As you can tell, it's kind of, because of how cold it is, since my fingers can't move, using the scroll wheel takes a little bit longer. Okay, I understand. So basically, I remember, yeah, this is actually pretty important. If you don't understand what this means, basically is if I were to just yank this thing forwards, like all the way, and just keep it like that, this thing would raise to the red part, and the engine would basically explode. So imagine going full throttle in a car. On. Imagine going full throttle in a car, except there's no traction on the tires, so your car wheels slip freely. So you're going full throttle and the engine is having to deal with all that power at once, that power output. So basically you're, you know, it's not good for the engine. This is, I wonder if this thing's gonna be able to pull these reliably. Let's see here. Come on, please don't stop. Almost. Don't you dare. Oh, you bum. There's no way. I am just barely not making it. Okay, that should be good enough. Oh, wait. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. And now we go and we turn off the brake valve. And now we're good to go. I'm going to let this thing wait for the brake pipe to go all the way down. Okay. Let me go ahead and shove this thing. Whoa, wheel slip. Yeah, there's even more weight at it now, so. And the rain isn't getting any better. Alrighty then. Maybe this wasn't smart. Stopping this thing is going to be interesting. Concurrent active orders. Hold on. Of course. I think I'm going to just self-destruct now. Okay, so apparently I can't... Is there a way I can just, undo this? There we go. Alright, now I basically just gotta go. Was under on the other side? How come it's not? Oh, it's because it's no longer even, it's no longer existing because I threw the paper out. Alright, so I just gotta undo this. Kinda sucks that I can't do two at once. But I have to get the concurrent orders thing. At least it'll be easier for me. I hate freaking wheel slip this, wheel slip that. Okay. Yo, L3! It's been a while. Been a long time, actually. How are you doing, my friend? I'm doing fine myself. I actually unlocked the Hobbit earlier today in War Thunder, which is basically the M163, which if you don't know is basically a freaking infantry carrier vehicle with a huge 20mm minigun mounted on the top of it, so it's pretty nice. I also got to watch Peanut Butter Falcon, the movie, with Moosey today, so I also consider that pretty nice. I have to flip the switch again in order that if I come back through here, I don't go slamming into another pair of cars. So that would be great, and I know that from experience. Okay, good to hear you are doing fine, like I said. Wait a second. Men, I have royally screwed up again. I know, crazy, right? I'm going the wrong way. Now, I'm gonna... break, buffoon. Okay, well, back we go now. Flip the lights. Oh, we're not even going backwards, we're going forwards. I guess I forgot to put on the, No. Yeah, I see you, buddy. Little red button. We're gonna have to drive like this. Whoops. Which, sucks. You have the M51. Yeah, that is a very good tank. However, it can be a shot in the dark sometimes with the rounds it gets. Sometimes you can one-tap IS-3, and other times you do nothing to M41A1 Bulldog, and that happened to me. It wasn't fun. Yeah, we're gonna have to drive the train like this all the way over. Unless I want to uncouple it and go around, but I'm not gonna do all that. I want my bonus. So, we're going to do it like this. Full speed ahead. Oh, you buffoon. I actually found out what buffoon means. I always thought it was a monkey, but no, it's actually a classical word for clown. It's like back in the medieval days, castles had buffoons. Sometimes, I mean, a circus buffoon. Your first and only Sherman. Huh. No, my favorite Sherman is probably the M51, yeah. But if we're not counting the M51, my favorite Sherman would probably have to be the Jumbo. The 75 Shermans at 3.7 are OP, yes. But the Jumbo is just fun to play in because you feel like an absolute tank. But you also have to know how to use it. I mean, a little tip when it comes to War Thunder is that if you ever play with... Oh, it's becoming nighttime. Nighttime and rainy, that's just a perfect mix for a disaster. I'm gonna try and maintain this train. If you play in a if you play in a heavy tank in War Thunder, best advice is don't bum rush the enemy. Don't act like you're invincible because you're not. There are smart players out there, so just play it smart. Play it like you're a light tank, and with that, you should know what you're doing. It's just, yes, this is the right way. Oh great, we got an upward slope. This is gonna be fun. You know, like the Chinese one? Yeah, the Chinese one is pretty bad. The American 75 ones are actually pretty good. But then you have the Chinese one, which, funny enough, I think also gets a 75, but the problem about it is that its 75 comes with rounds that are basically garbage. I mean, you can't really do much of them. Pretty bad. Train should have no problem pushing this. Maybe I should activate a little bit of sand, but I also don't want to pay extra. Huh. I'm just rolling out with this. Okay, we're slowing down. Yeah, I might want to... Sand? Oh. Oh man, you can't choose however much you want. It just automatically does it for you. That kind of sucks. So when we come up to this, we're gonna want to go left. Push, little train, push. prefer light and medium tanks. If you know how to use a light tank in a ratty sense, it can be very good. For example, I unlocked the ZSU, which isn't really a light tank, but at the same time, you can use it like a rat tank. And it basically is a light tank in the sense that it's easy to penetrate anywhere at its battle rating. But if you know how to sneak around with it, and if you get lucky with the maps, or blessed I should say, then you won't have a rough time. You actually get a lot of kills. Okay. 50 kilometers an hour is my limit up here. Oh, for a second, something made me believe that this was the other way. I was supposed to say, what the world? Okay. No, let me in. Okay. This is still an upward slope. I want to go straight. Okay, good. And then this way. Aha. The other way is just a whole lot of turns. Hey, we're pushing it. Okay. Bring down something. You see, the difference between speeding, I like to say this a lot, but the difference between speed limits for trains and cars is that for cars it's just a recommendation. I mean, yeah, it's illegal, but it's basically a recommendation to not go at a certain speed limit. That way, if you crash, you're not going to die, and you're less likely to crash. But when it comes to trains, if you go even over the speed limit, you're probably going to flip over and die. Because, derailment. Yeah, in the game. I can go 70 now. For it! 80? Okay. Be back in a little bit? Alright. I'll see you soon. You love the first little British light tanks? I'm alright. I prefer not to play Britain, I'll say that. The Cromwell 5 is probably my favorite British tank, but other than that, the other ones are pretty bad. I mean, the beginner ones have slow turret rotation, so not my cup of tea. I'm more of a Israeli guy, even though I don't really get... I mean, they do have beginner tanks, but not in the sense of 1.0. Yeah, Israel is definitely my favorite nation War Thunder so far, to play in at least. It's very overpowered. I'll admit it doesn't take much skill to play in. I've already gotten like 5, well, close to 5 picks. 100 kilometers an hour. I'm a little afraid to push 100. In fact, I'm gonna go down to half speed. It's already going really fast. Because if we ever get in the scenario where we need to go to an immediate stop, we're kind of cooked. In fact, I'm gonna do a little bit of that. $70. Good thing I can just, you know, Flash, be the Flash, and just teleport around. Okay, so 70 goes to 80, goes to 70. Then eventually goes to 60. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, my train is still back here. We are flooring it. Going this fast in this little train is actually pretty scary. We're gaining speed very slowly. Okay. Oh crap, hold on. Oh. Gotta make sure we're going the right direction. Okay, good. Phew. I was about to say, wait. I don't want us to lose speed, but I don't want us to gain speed at the same time. That's probably about good. Okay, it's still 60. Almost forgot to check that. I want to go... Yeah, I'm going to speed up because of the decline. Brake some. Okay, I'm gonna want to brake some more. Oh dear, 40! No. Okay. We're still going pretty fast. Holy crap, I forgot how many mini heart attacks you get from playing this game. Oh, no, don't you dare. Yo, look at that curve. And bro, if you derail, you're going into the lake. Huh. Well, not a lake, but, you know, a very big river. I don't really know what to call that. Okay. Gonna want to hover around 60. Whew, that was terrible. Need to wear some mittens down. Fingers. Mr. Smithers, they're breaking. Hey, why are you still speeding up? We should be fine. Yo! What the? Okay. Now we can go 60. How are we doing on the speed? Oh, yeah. 40. Slow. Slow her down, Buster. Okay, slow it down a little faster. You hear that? That's the train wanting to derail. This part of going into this area has always been the most terrifying. Okay, 80. Backs down to 70. I have to do this really quickly. Okay. That is correct. It is 40 up here. Bro! Oh my... Oh. Yep, and I'm dead. Wait, come back. 40, are we for real? We're gonna want to ride that brake a little there, pal. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, now we're really... okay, go. Slow down. There's a little bit of a drip and... or dip, I guess. And I forget what the word is called again. For the, I guess elevation of the track. You know what I'd be really interested to see? If this game had a multiplayer. That would make everything so much more terrifying. Because what if you, like, accidentally run into someone? I'm gonna turn on cab light. Yeah, it's basically nighttime. It's also basically way over the speed limit. Hold on. Slow down. We're home. Why do I hear a watch? Or like a clock? Oh dear. Slow it down, mister. Dude, it just instantly speeds right back up again. We're gonna want to go this way, but I'm also gonna have it slow down just a tad bit. Not all the way. Just gonna have it slow down just because we need to figure out. See here, C to I. I believe it's probably, this is E. This is only E. Okay. Okay. This is no. This is C. This is G. That's also G. Where's... That's D. That's also D. Whole lot of G's. This is completely useless. This little part. E. Okay, well, this is just lovely. So this is all G, right? This is all D. Hey, Narlo D too. Oh no. I recognize that bird sound. I don't like it. I always get freaking PTSD whenever I heard that. Freaking... that bird sound. Hey, get away. Okay. I can't find where I'm supposed to go. These are all... There is no C. Unless... Oh. I've been proven wrong. Which means we want to pull one of those. And, alright. Off we go. Welcome back. Good sir. You missed the most traumatic part of this experience. AKA, near the end. Well, we've arrived. But, you should have seen it. It was quite of an experience. Having to deal with all the speed limits. Okay, this is the right way. Ashley, Stanford. I see that you are playing War Thunder. Which I may also do here in a bit, because I want to play in the Orbit again. But first... I must deliver. Yeah, I've never completed this game before, believe it or not. Like, I've never bought and did everything. I've actually only did a little bit. I usually do the same thing over and over again, then I start a new save, until I realize that you can actually have many, or more than just one save. You know, everyone has that one little thing, that little click about them. That sound, that it's just like a sound that everyone can appeal to. You know? Like some people, for some reason, like the sound of cracking bones. Some people like the sound of, squishing jello or something, I guess. Why, my favorite sound is probably the sound of that little ka-dunk noise of the train, if you know what I mean. It's always just been a very amazing sound. Alright, now we do the little tiny thing where I go bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, what the frick? Oh. Excuse me. What the actual frick? Oh. Okay, whatever. Turn on that little brake. Let's find the building. I know it's over here somewhere. Oh, whoops. Okay, where am I? I've set it. Whoops. This is not it. Oh wait, it's over here. Let me take a little swim. Oh no. Okay, get me out of the... Oh, that was terrifying. Okay. I just got chill down my spine. If you guys don't know, I have something called thalassophobia, which is kind of like the fear of the water in a way, but it really acts up whenever... Money. 12 grand, that's pretty good for a first live stream. Whenever You know, one of my biggest fears is being in the water right next to a big boat. For some reason, it just freaks me out very badly, even if it's in a video game. But it doesn't matter because I'm not anymore. Oh, my freaking fingers. They're so. Now we return everything to normal. Last two little. Why is it doing that? Yeah, whatever. Oh, maybe because it's just signaling that it's on. Everything else seems to be done. Now we shut it off. Fire. Isn't there like a kill button? Oh. I guess that's it. I can't remember anymore. I wish you could actually activate that. That would be cool. Alright, 12 grand. Not bad for a first mission. Well, we have 14 now. I also have to pay the bills for operating the train. Not gonna jump in the water right next to the big boats this time. Not a big fan of that. You got the VK, nice. You don't know why you just like sound? Yeah, that everyone likes certain sounds. Okay. Before we buy anything, you have to pay not necessarily $4,000, just 100. Licenses. Here we can buy all kind of things. We can buy shunting for $1,000. I'll do that. Ah, cool. Let me just let's see here. Anything else? Train length. Concurrent orders. Museum. So our price range is about like 10K. Not great. Dispatcher, I don't even know what that means. Concurrent orders. Should we buy concurrent orders or train length 1? Oh, you don't have Israel? Well, you should get it because it's a pretty fun nation. Should we get concurrent orders or train length 1? Concurrent orders allows me to basically get more than one order at once. Train length 1, however, allows me to have higher train length carriage. So, for example, like this requires long 2, so I'd need train length 2 for it. I'm saying concurrent orders. Although there's a 1 and 2 for some reason. I think that's like a new update. I don't remember there being a concurrent orders 1 and 2. I say we buy the concurrent orders 1. Yeah, how about that? Removes re-rail discount. Huh. Or derail, I guess. Alright, guys. That was pretty fun for a first. Pretty exciting for a first live stream. I will be doing one probably tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. Again, maybe Monday, Tuesday. Someday I'll continue this. Basically gonna be a, it looks like the DoorDash logo. What the? Does that not look like the DoorDash logo? Anyways, that caught me off guard for some reason. Yeah, I'll stream this again. It'll basically be like a mini-series until we've completed everything that we can do. I may add in some challenges here and there. Other than that, it was fun. Thrilling. If you want to see, if you're watching the live stream in the future, skip to around the middle to the end, middle end-ish. About 3/4 of the way, and that's the most exciting bit. Other than that, I'll see you guys. You guys have an amazing day. Peace.